I've been thinking lots about the idea of having control over your own life and come to the realization you have zip, zero, no control over your own life because there's so many outside factors that can come in and influence what happens in your life. But what I've realized is I have a lot of influence over what happens in my life. And those two things are very different. Control is about making sure that every aspect of your life is completely figured out and planned out, and nothing can change that. The problem is that things are going to change that. And when they do, you don't know what to do because you feel like you failed over what's going on in your life. Whereas influence recognizes that I don't have control over the outcome completely, but I have the ability to steer the ship and get it there eventually. And I think that's really important because today you can choose, and I can choose, to invest in things that are going to have an impact on my life for the long term. Now, they may not mean that that's going to happen 6 months and 3 days from today, but it means that I can get there, whether that's reading a good book or watching a YouTube video or investing in relationships or creating something that I've wanted to create. I have influence over my life, and that puts me in a position of power over my life. But when I want to have control over my life, I'm actually very powerless because there's so many things that I can't control that happen in my life, and I can't control the outcome. For me, 2016 was a year where I realized that my business kind of stopped growing because I wasn't willing to give up control over the outcomes, over what happened, over who I brought in, over all these factors of it. And I realized in 2017 I had to risk, because giving up control is risk. And believing that I'm powerful and I have influence over what's going to happen, but being able to bring other people in and let them have some of the control and some of the influence in the business and be able to take this to the next level. And so just as I've been processing through it, I've been feeling for other people I see who are so trying to hold on tight to that control over their lives, and I think they end up being miserable because all you can do is fail because there's no way to control it completely. Switch your mindset from needing to have everything go perfectly all the time to today, what can I do to have a positive influence on what happens in my life? If you do that, I think you're going to be much more successful. You're going to enjoy it a lot more. And every day is going to be a little bit more fun because there's no end game at the end of today other than doing something that influences your life for the good. Think about that on this Tuesday, January 31st, 2017, and decide each day I'm going to do something that's going to have positive influence in my life.